Hello everybody, welcome back to Factorio. I am SeiferKatt. Welcome back to Pants Around Your Ankles Day, where your pants can be found around your ankles. That's not a thing. I'm sorry I said that aloud. Alright, so moving on. We are continuing our... it's the end of the stream already, apparently. We are continuing our quest to complete this game in 40 hours, or else we will just die. It's really that simple. Oh god, I upset the factory. Okay. But yeah, that's the goal, that's the quest. I would like to probably have more of these. We're not raiding. We've literally just started the stream, guys. We don't usually raid this early on into the stream. We usually, you know, let the stream finish before we start raiding. Goodness gracious. Chat's eager to get rid of me already, it seems. Make accumulators EMPs. Oh yeah, that would probably be better, wouldn't it? I'd get more, but then... it's fine. I get more EMPs, but at the same time, I'd have to build more EMPs, which is a problem into itself. There's more productivity, sure, but what's productivity? Huh. Something, balls. I'm not quite sure what my implication there was. What is productivity? Something, balls. You gotta have a hobby. You won't tell me how to play? That's not true, you've been telling me how to play for years. I wouldn't become as good a player as I am today if you didn't tell me how to play. You're like, I can't be blamed for this. I know Sneak just started Factorio. I heard, yeah. Just do the thing. I'm doing the thing. Put the thing with the thing. Okay. What I'd probably... can I build recyclers in... no. Okay. What I would probably like to do is have recyclers. You stop that for now. We desperately need to sort that problem out. And we will shortly. Recyclers greater, less than... let's go 50. 50 is too many anyway. Because of Veldak. Oh god, it's gone full circle. Factorio players are corrupting the Noita players. I can't help but feel that I'm somewhat responsible for that. The Noita players are corrupted by the Factorio players. Factorio players are corrupted by the Noita players. I feel I am partially responsible for the corruption of Noita and Factorio, both, for each other. What can I say? I am the bridge between worlds. I can say that if I want to. You can't stop me. In fact, you're legally not allowed to stop me. I am what both communities desired. Yes, because of Veldak, but who influenced Veldak? That would be your boy SeiferKatt. Okay. I should deal with the concrete a little better. I mean, look, I'm not going to let Velda get all the credit for something that I did. He deserves a lot of credit, don't get me wrong. I love Veldek, I truly do. But it was all me. Oh, that feels gross. That feels gross to lie that hard. I think I'd be used to it by now, but I'm really not. Okay, so that's going to go do its thing there. And if we get, say, a requested chest right here, like that, do like that, put a little green wire into here. The green wire is going to say EMP. I can't rush right EMP, it's going to be electro bullshit. Less than, say, 20. 20 is probably sufficient. Power is still a problem. Only when someone had done this properly the first time, like they were told by Soulburn, but every time they defy Soulburn because they think they're a better person. But no, nay, SeiferKatt will never be a better person than Soulburn, and he proves it every single frickin' time. Whew, I got some issues to work out, clearly. It's those moments where you like actually let that one run down and you're like, damn, this boy's got issues. I mean, no one's particularly surprised that I got issues, but that one came out of nowhere. Magnetics. I would like some of those. Just take like 20, that's probably fine. And I don't need anything for that. I need something for these. I need the superconductors. I need the superconductors. Okie dokie. Grab like 2,000 of them. I don't know if that's relevant right now, but just give it a go. And then we're going to also prepare some recyclers out over here. Because if we do not, then we have problems. I hate having problems that are caused by me. There's so many of them. Alright, that's actually going fairly well, I believe, at the moment. The only thing I would probably like to change is this bit right here. I probably want to split that, allow that to continue on its merry way, and then this I would like to somehow figure out how to is there a way to do this? Yes, of course, there is a will, there is a way. I once knew a guy called Will and he found many ways. I'm not going to say what he found ways to do, but he certainly found some ways. Ways to not quite cheat. That's probably the best way to go. He didn't cheat. God, if we were all suspicious of him. I think everyone knows someone like that, right? That they weren't really cheating at the game, but no one can really prove that they weren't cheating. It's just a misunderstanding of the rules that happened a lot of times and only in their favor. You know? could have happened to anyone. Just funny that it always happened in their favor. And after consulting with a bunch of unofficial rules. Just strange. I don't need these. These can probably go away. They were there for a reason, for a time, but no longer is that reason or time existing. These are still going well, and I am proud of them. These aren't needed for anything in particular, are they? I mean, mech armor, let's be honest, we're probably not building mech armor. Or, at the very least, we're not building mech armor yet. So, novice. Oh. I'm going to prepare them, but quite frankly, they don't need to go anywhere yet. Until we get our new labs up. Okay. Look at it go. You're at Gleba, collecting our the finest of glebed materials. Glebing away. Now, I was thinking about this ship design. And I think this needs to say not 10. I think for metal it needs to be like 20. Maybe 15. I'm going to put that on the... You know, I'm not going to put it on the C block because the C block does not matter. The C block will never fly like that. Okay. We need more accumulators because with all this extra work that we're putting the system through, the number of accumulators we have is simply not enough. 3 gigawatts of maximum power through the day is insufficient. By quite a large margin, I must add. Like, power is really dead during the day. And the official ruling of that is bad. So let's just grab all that stuff. Glebe is coming back to Novice. That's good. Always happy to see Glebe return. Yep, just let it happen. Oh, you deleted the wrong one, you fool. You captured their stunt doubles. Quality increase. Yeah, we should increase the quality. I agree. I didn't have a sound, apparently. My sounds are broken at the moment. That's... Welcome to the stream. That's classic SeiferKatt right there. Where the sounds are broken because of course they are. We'll get the sounds back, don't worry, but the quality's increased. Thanks very much, Martin. I appreciate it. We are now allowing more power than ever before. But is this enough? I guess we'll find out in time. In time you shall find out the tragic extents of my failings. There was a witch. Boned down with a witch. There was a siren. Boned down with the siren. There were some pirates. You better believe I boned down with the pirates. This is my synopsis of Darkest Dungeon 1, by the way. It's somewhat accurate. It's not 100% accurate, but it's somewhat accurate. It's more accurate than would logically make sense to be. We still ran out of power. Wowzers. Wowzers in my trousers. Okay. Yeah, these things are hungry. Maybe that's why I shouldn't have built them. I listen to Soulburn, you fool. What's the first rule of Fight Club? Listen to Soulburn. What's the second rule of Fight Club? Don't listen to Soulburn. But it's okay, this is a no blame stream, we're not allowed to blame Soulburn, because he's not at fault. If you think he is, you are wrong. Okay. Third rule of Fight Club, no outside drinks. It's a problem, we're trying to run an establishment here, like come on man, just have some respect. Yeah, I don't think... How was the stack size one? 2,000. 2,000 might be too much. There we go. I don't think that's actually required, but you know what? I don't care. I'm an independent woman, I can do what I want. Including call myself a woman if I feel like it. If I feel like it, which, you know what, at that exact moment, I did. If you have a problem with it, that says more about you than it says about me. I was originally going to say an independent woman of colour, but I was like, you know what, even that joke's going too far. Like, let's just focus on making one terrible joke at a time. Chat has given the usual advice. I mean, I think if chat gave me the advice on what I just said, it would be, Steve, shut up, please, for the love of God. You need to be quiet now. But alas, no, I was not warned of my heretic natures. I should be warned of my heretic natures. I could be a heretic. I'd be a good heretic. Think about it. Think of all the heresy that I could commit. No, daylight edging is the edge. Spock is the one that goes there. Okay, cool. You are actually all ready to go, aren't you? I don't like having these things. I would like you guys to just do something with them. Cheers. The recyclers appear to be going okay. Asteroid processing. As I said, when we get asteroid processing done, we're going to go to quasi-time and we're going to make a new ship. That will probably be rather painful because it'll need to be a ship that can carry rocket launchers. And I think we should also design it that it has space for the railguns. I don't know if that's needed at this point though. Is that kind of halved them? Close enough. Close enough. Okay, that's probably reduced the amount of power requirements I have. That's funny. Are you saying because I could have just taken half out and then put them all back in one box? Because, yes, I am aware. If just Holmium Foundry, I have like 6. You can never have too many Holmium Foundries. If your university schools have told you you can't have too much Holmium, they're wrong. Oh yeah, no, beacons are the devil. And I've seen a few devils in my day. The thing about devils, they often disguise themselves. Look, I'm just saying, we've got to be mindful of heretics and devils, okay? Okay, it does survive the night now. This is your Fulgora. Whatever works. I mean, it's working. Let's have a look at Fulgora. It's tiny. It's cute. Things you don't want to hear someone say to you at the club. It's tiny, it's cute. Oh, look at it. It's so small. Hey Tina, come look at this guy's thing. It's really small. It only has one of the things that you'd expect to see more of. God, it's so tiny and small. I know, Tina. I know. What kind of clubs am I going to? The real answer to that is I've never gone to a club. I have gone to a club in my life, but I certainly never spoke to anyone. And, yeah, no. No clubs. I've talked about this in the stream, but when I go to a club, I shut down and I refuse to talk to anyone and I wish I was dead. Like, I just become very... I go into not a good place when I'm at a club. So I stopped going. I went twice. That was too many times. I don't know, I think my brain just goes, this is too much, like, stuff happening. And my brain just goes, nope. And my brain just leaves and all that's left is a sort of pseudo-depression. Which is probably not great. It's probably a bad thing to have happen. If I'm making science, I'm fine. Exactly. Good news. Power survived the night, but I think a few more accumulators would probably aid that. Yes. Oh no, did we already upgrade? No. After I'm done advanced asteroid processing, we're going to be starting that research. So we haven't done it yet, but it's next. It's in the queue. You know what? Just so it's actually in the queue, let's put it in the queue. Gleba is... Oddly enough, Gleba's not making enough eggs. Gleba could make more eggs, and I would be happier for it. How will I get Gleba to make more eggs? I don't know, but I feel like whatever answer that I'm going to come to will be best found in Gleba itself. So let's drop off my stuff. Let's go. Oh, space platform. Let's go to the Firefly. Let's go to Gleba. Because I think I've actually got my bio bullshit sorted now. What it's called, don't judge. Really should be as an interrupt, shouldn't it? I wonder if I could do that. This is a waste of time. Add interrupt condition, passenger present. Go to Gleba. That's kinda gonna work. Now the good news is it can just go straight to Gleba from Folgora, so that's good. Another batch of researchers coming from Gleba. That's nice. I like that. I wonder if another Gleba ship would be good. You know what? Let's do another Gleba ship. The Glebe 2. It'll actually be really a lot faster than you think it would be. I had to interrupt the interrupt, yeah. Our life is sometimes. Okay, Glebe 2, build it. And then Novice is just going to be like a flurry of work for a short time. We built our rockets. We did. There's B for every Glebe. I've heard that. I haven't arrived at Gleba yet. I've still got a bit of time. I'm just quite warm for the summer. You know it's not summer, right? We're doing the bit, right? Oh, Saltburn, you cad. Alright, and away we go. Along with apparently some rocket fuel. Fascinating. The bees are dying out. They should stop that. Bees should get... Just stop that. Stop that. Get some help. Oh, wait, what? Hang on, what? Wait, what? What? Legitimate confusion. Visible confusion is the meme, actually, I just remembered. That's why we don't have any nuts. We're over here in No Nut November. I always liked there was a squirrel VTuber who had non-stop Nut November. And it was just like, oh dear. She's up to her old tricks again. Because she was a squirrel VTuber, therefore she wanted nuts. Okay, that should solve some of those problems. But not all of them. No, in fact, I think I've created some new problems. Well, that's exciting. Do we have some gears that I can steal? Kind of? Are you talking about the birds and the bees and the flowers and the trees? I don't think so. Connect that, connect that, connect that. That goes back into there. That should just be holding nutrients. Because... okay. No. That goes out, that goes in, that goes out, that goes in, that goes out, that goes out, it's in. More eggs, please. Quite frankly, having less eggs is a worse situation. Can I grab some green and red chips? Just to make a couple of extra productivity modules that apparently I don't have. Weird, but whatever. we need the nutrients into this place somehow. Why is that doing that? A weird way to do that. Then if we connect it like that. Oh wait, no, I see how it was done that way for the output. But why? Why are we doing the output? Output doesn't make any sense. And we'll build a couple more of those because apparently we need them. Let's drop those off. The robots will figure it out. Robots are smarter than I'll ever be. And I think what we do is a little bit of this. And we change that number to be 100. So that way we're making more eggs. Okay, now it's time to build more lasers because I feel like I have butchered my laser supply. Now, I don't need to tell you this, but if you've butchered your laser supply, unless you're a terrible dentist, you're in trouble. And if you're a terrible dentist who's butchered your laser supply, I mean, quite frankly, it's in your title. No one should be surprised what you've done. The Glebe 2 is still being worked on. So we're not too worried about the Glebe 2. Alright. So Novice is probably hard at work trying to get his shit sorted. It is moving slower now because it did do something. It was another way to get rid of this stuff. Which, if I manually do it, it'll restore the balance and the force. See, the force will be restored. Okay. Pretty sure my science has... Yeah, it's gone up by quite a bit actually. That's why the Glebe 2 needs to exist soon. Unfortunately, some of these packs are going to be a little bit lower because the bioflux is not as good. That's just the cost of doing business. Okay. I don't actually think you need to take your rockets up there, but that's fine. Now we're finding a situation where we can start making more of the jelly nut soil, which is so exciting because we've been nutless for a while. And I don't think I need to tell you how being nutless is not a great place to be. Rockets up their butt, did I say that? That seems like something I would say. Alright, I'll add it. I mean, where else are you going to put a rocket? I mean, a rocket's phallic shaped. And where do those things belong? Exactly. You know, I'm not entirely sure I want to complete that sentence. No, I believe you. I just don't believe myself. That's more of a self-esteem issue than anything else. It looks like this is not going particularly, not probably making as much jelly nut as I wish. It's not jelly nuts the problem, it's these things. Yeah, I've run into this problem, I've noticed this problem before actually. Oh, no, upgrade. Keys. There should have construction pots in here somewhere, right? Who knows what I've got? That'll fix it. The bots will come and collect it and then they'll sort their stuff out. Yeah, see, that's the problem with the Yumiko. I'm not being aggressive enough with it. Now we're being more aggressive with Yumiko. We should make more bioflux. And make more literally everything. Science should be looking healthier than ever before. I mean, that's some good science. Look at that. That's come through real quick. I mean, the problem is that this ship is not getting enough iron. Again, not by desire. BB2 has the same, it's probably has the same problem. Like the ship's just slow. What if I did this then? See, that makes things just a little bit better, right? There we go, that's making more fuel. That's good. Oh, look at it. It's going faster now. That's what you need to see. Okay. Sweet. That'll sort itself out now. Meanwhile, you're making bullets. That's good. That... Oh no, it didn't. Oh, because there's no group assigned. They don't know they're the same thing. Yeah, that's fine though. I mean, that's... We might feasibly be able to get... Well, okay, if we had two ships, one ship rather, then I don't think we could feasibly get two sciences going, but with two of them, maybe. The problem may be, and it's going to be a weird problem, I don't think we're making enough eggs still. Glebe should be almost here. Yeah, it's halfway point. Oxidizer is still rather rubbish, but that's okay. Firefly is probably having fuel problems as well. For the same reason. How's Valgora going anyway? Oh, rock capacity is 5 stacks. Okay, so the minimum should be 5 stacks then. We ran out of batteries. Oh shoot. Aren't we glad that we listened to Soulburn and went to electromagnetic genes? Why we always listen to Soulburn. Oh no, this is by design. Okay, no, that's fine. That's what was supposed to happen if you believe that. I would probably like to go to the Glebe as well. I think our work here is done. I'm fairly happy with Glebe's science production now. A bit of problem with all that spoilage, but you know, that's life. That's going way better now, so that's good. And when the ship returns, we should get advanced asteroid processing done. Yeah, no, I'm happy with that. That's some good stuff. Vulcanus doesn't really need to do anything right now. Spock's just... where is it sitting? Yeah, Spock's just sitting above Novice, waiting for something to do. That's fine. The C block is there. What is the delay on Glebe 2? Is it this? We're having shortage of steel again. Wow, really? I guess we've also been doing science, that would probably not help. What if there was a way to make spoilage into something useful like carbon? Crazy. If only. That'd be crazy. I've been trying to think of what to do after this run, because this run's not going to be too much longer, I imagine. Part of me wants to go doing more achievements, but another part of me is like, you know what I should do? I should start a new mod. A mod that'll take me a long time. Or I could just start my new dumb build idea, but I'm like, I just did a base game. I don't need to do another base game. Base game plus expansion. So maybe it's time to bite the bullet and do what I should have done a long time ago. Just a thought. I could do that. Oh, here comes some superconductors. I'm off to Novice alongside this cargo pod. Another successful landing. I'm not dead. Call that a win. Hey Lee, how you doing? Not dead yet. I mean, you know, there's always hope. One day it's coming, and I look forward to that day. Right now, I've survived again, unfortunately. Another happy landing? Yeah, I suppose. I'm still alive, I guess. Ugh. That's alright. We won't be alive every time. That's what matters. The Man from Earth. Can't say we've even heard of it, I'm afraid. Oh, hell. I gotta check something. Nope, not that. So I've just enabled a reward, ask my sister a question. I'm gonna have my sister on stream next week. Not on a stream day, not a stream time, like it'll be a different time, so keep an eye on the Discord for that. But if you want to ask my sister any questions, as long as they're not offensive to her, that's the main thing. I don't want to offend my guests, even though my guest is my sister. So, oh, okay, we're going quasi time. I have a sister. I do. It's awesome. She's a literal doctor of physics. I'm not even making that up. You'd think I would be, but I'm not. Okay. Aw, I'm sorry to hear that. It makes you feel better. I miss my sister, but I saw her in January. She moved to Canada. What's up with sisters moving away, right? Weird. Okay, we're going to quasi time now. We're gonna pull this ship apart. Maybe not all of it. So, the plan is... Oh god. I probably need to throw a bunch of crap away that I've picked up over my years of being in space. Maybe that's the wrong way to look at that. No. Let's go back to the ice ship. Let's load that. So, what actually changes on this ship now? The main thing that changes is we have better refining. And we have no need for... Yeah, no, we are going to actually redo this whole thing. It's just easier. Okay, we're going to do this in two phases. First phase, dump the ammo. We'll build new ammo. Cool. Now that's dealt with. The question comes into, what are we doing with this ship? Top-notch disposal. Hell yeah. Oh, you've been playing Oblivion, have you? Nice. You know, I should have actually done the shout-out. Sorry, I didn't think about that, Lee. Absolutely shout-out to Lee. He's a good dude. And that should be enough for anyone. If it's not, then reassess who you are as a person. Okay. I don't know if I like that plan. We are quasi-spacing, yeah. So if we do that, that goes in like that, out, there's no reason to use yellow belts here, so we're not gonna. Oh, that's stupid. So stupid. Get rid of that crap. You know what? I hate that. I hate that so much. That's just better, right? Working for the man. Sorry to hear that. You know what they say about the man? If the man. A factory. Oh. That good? See, that's a bit better. And then we can split. And we can go copper one way, iron the other. Right? Lee's cosplaying as a Factorio inserter. Well, make sure he doesn't insert it too deeply, because those things will be hard to get out again. Sorry, Lee, you didn't need that in your life. I didn't need to poison that well. So... in fact... a good question, actually. You run on coal. We will stack insert these because why not? You run on wood. I've seen a bit of your woodworking streams. I was very impressed. So, I'm glad you got a job that you can use your hands. Metallics. And then we split up copper and iron. Now with these ones, of course, they're not going to be the same things, are they? They're going to be the carbonics. So much less iron. Maybe it's fine. So rather than that, we go with carbonic and sulfur goes down. You know, they say always go down on sulfur. If I'm... Oh, I mean, I hope so. I hope that means something. If it doesn't, you know, I certainly mean no offense. I'm second guessing myself now. And then we have the oxide crushers. Now that's going to be a bit of an annoying one. And this is where we've really got to be concerned about how much ice is in the system. Because we're going to need... this is going to be the... This is the tricky part. Still haven't finished Space Age, really? Okay, that's a compact little system, which usually means we could have a problem here. Compact little system sounds like the sort of thing that someone who's very sexist would say. Oh, she's got a real compact little system there, if you know what I mean. Ugh, disgusting. Hate myself. About right before the ice planet. The ice planet's probably the shortest one. I'll rephrase it. The ice planet's absolutely the shortest one. Okay. So that'll get that sorted out. We are going to have other problems. That'll get the gist of what I need out. So, first things first, let's just make ammo. Well, let's make our metals. Do we use the inside? Should we use the inside? I don't like using the inside. It feels weird and gross. Mixed Belt Designs are a special breed of when I hate myself. Right now I'm trying to love myself. That's a terrible place to do that. That's terrible. Do I need a lot of copper? You know what? Let's take a lot of copper with the intent of not using. That's a good idea. What am I planning to do with getting that part out, though? Oh, quasi-time. I hate building rockets, but that's why quasi-time exists. So that way I can spend a little bit of time. Like, I will have to probably troubleshoot them alive. I expect that. Why do I need the copper? I do need the copper, I know that. I need it for... Why do I need the copper? Have I messed something up here? The rockets, right? It's iron plate and explosives. I don't need copper. Oh, that makes the whole situation a lot easier. Why do I need copper? Do I need it for railguns? I do need it for railguns. Right. You know what? Design this ship as if railguns are a thing. We're going to over-design this ship. Although, there's copper cables. Why don't I just ship the copper cables in? You know, stuff it. Keep it simple. Keep it simple, stupid. The KISS strategy, which every teacher has taught, like every primary school teacher taught me how to kiss. Which is weird. Weird saying it aloud like that. Look, if your primary school teachers didn't teach you how to kiss, I don't know what to tell you. Okay. Okay. Oh god, it's building it all. Whatever. Hey, Crack-a-lackin'. How you doing? Okay, well that gets the iron sorted. I don't need to ever get copper sorted, so let's not. Let's not worry about it. Doing well, thanks. Well, look, if we don't need to get copper sorted, then we'll just, do a couple things like that. Go like that. That's my copper cables for later. We'll put them right there. So we know we don't need to ever worry about it. We'll do that. Don't worry about the fact that the factory looks sad. I'm not here to make a factory be happy. Yeah, apparently it's building stuff. That's fine. We're in quasi-space. Quasi-time. Quasi-time is not real time, so you can do whatever the hell you want in it. The foundries work in space. foundries do work in space. They do require calcite though. Here's the question that everyone wants to know. If I don't have calcite, does it matter? Yeah, sure, you get more efficiency. You'd get... How much more efficiency would you get? Oh, you'd get like 50% more efficiency, wouldn't you? Will I get to Mars before Elmo? Dude, I literally watched an episode of Sesame Street yesterday where Elmo was on Mars, so no. Elmo's already on Mars. He was delivering a pizza. Actually, no, I was watching that episode today. Is that extra efficiency required? I'm going to argue no. That's going to be my official argument. No. Now, so that means I don't need... No, I don't need calcite either. Use my water high. There we go, now we're even better. I don't need calcite. Calcite will give me more efficiency, but ultimately it doesn't matter. Okay, I think it's time to start figuring out power. If... What will be the other way? Chemical labs. Do we need? We do need chemical labs and water. Okay, that's fine. Chemical labs melt water, right? How ice works? Yeah, you can only melt water in a chemical plant. Don't question the logic of that one. Out of curiosity, how's that going? It's going well. Okay, cool. So I would then like to have a tank or two. Just one tank, I think. One tank should be sufficient. And we're going to go like that. I don't know how much power this is all going to need at this point, and quite frankly I'm not too concerned by that. The C block is very upset, don't worry about it. Would one nuclear reactor be enough? There'll be 40 megawatts of power. I need to think the horizontal, yes. It's probably better to keep the reactor back here. The heat exchange can be up to the front. And like, if we're gonna endanger the ship with a nuclear reactor, let's put the nuclear reactor in the back, right? That girl got a nuclear reactor at the back, if you know what I mean. Uh-huh. Talk about her buttocks. We do need one solar panel. Maybe a few solar panels actually. It's just good to have a little bit of power as backup. Maybe even a couple of accumulators if we've got them. Because they're already up here, we might as well use them, right? Okay. So, that will generate the power. Which we now affectionately have while saying, I've got the power. Don't. Look at that. Don't. That's how it works. And then the water pipes come down. Yeah, again, don't worry about the fact that it's stupid. We will sort all that out later. I don't think you can put a Spidertron on it, but I could be wrong. I don't know, I've never tried. No, I'm good, thanks. I've got around to it. No, that was a little cave. Which, by the way, there's a couple of them there. This is from like 3 or 4 days ago. I never opened it. Thank you, though. My wife just came to offer me a snack, and I'm like, I never ate the last snack you gave me. And then she's like, did you just not feed our son? I'm like, no, it's a different snack. So she's just thoroughly confused why I'm not eating snacks. You know, relationship goals. Okay, so that is power, that is iron, that is water. So now I just need to get rockets and bullets sorted out. Oh, and hell. Rocket, bullets, and also fuel. I forgot about fuel. It's a classic mistake. That's in the wrong place still, so go that way. So I think we have our thrusters. Yeah, thrusters to thrust. Oh yeah. Sorry, I don't know why I said that aloud. We set thrusters to thrust. And we're going to continue. Do we do 5? No, we do not do 5. 3 is enough for anyone. We're not in a hurry. I mean, we are, but we're not. Can I just copy, like, this design? This design was a good one. I mean, it wasn't, but it'll do. So we get the water from, say, here. Whoops! Okay, maybe not like that. It's not going to be a fast ship, but I don't need it to be. We'll fix those little glitches out later, don't worry about it. The point is, the ship is slowly coming together in a way that is meaningful and awesome. So the carbon comes in from, like, say, here. Iron comes in from there. That sorts that part out. Man, I gotta do something with that middle bit. Well, maybe this is where I make my railgun shots, who knows? Or maybe this is just where I make my bullets. Think about it, we have coming through here. Yeah, here we go. Hi, are you ready for a genius plan? Here at Stevens Engineering, all we have is genius plans. Okay. Oh, I hate that. I hate that immediately. Move this just a little bit over. Worried how bullets are going to travel. We will figure out carbon at a later date, apparently. Figure it out there. Maybe we figure it out, like... Oh, let's not worry about that right now. This is not the thing that I should be worried about. We still need to get... So this is the inside of the ship. The outside of the ship will be sorted in a moment. Explosives. No. Bullets are explosives. Explosives will work. Let's get that sorted. Carbon. Do we need carbon for anything? Oh, there's what you use calcite for. Shit tons more fuel. Well, you know what? I can still do it. Not that big a deal. We will need to work out some circuitry for that. That's okay. and calcite. Okay. Let's work out explosives now. Oh, hey, they're there. Coal, sulfur, water. Sorry. Coal? I see. Sulfur, carbon, and water turn into coal. You two can probably just make one belt at this point. We will have to figure out how to get water through there, but that's a problem for another day. This is why you do all your building like this in quasi-time. If you're doing this in real time while trying to like beat the clock, you would lose your mind. I will leave the calcite where it is currently. Calcite is happy. So, we have what if? Oh ho ho ho! What if? We do that. Now we've got the carbon and the calcite in one line, plus carbon and sulfur in another line. I don't know why I need to do that right now, but it was bothering me. Then I imagine. It bothers me, by the way, this is Biolab still not complete. I will have to fix some, do some work with that later. I would thought that would be done by now, but. Oh, Gleba. You having problems? Yeah, you kind of are. Oh, bioflux. Flippin' hell. Okay, well that's fine. We can fix that. That's one thing that we've found in quasi-time that we can fix. Okay. Now it's coal, salt. Okay, we need coal. Yes. Sulfur, carbon, water makes coal. Okay. How much do I need? Quality increased by Odaba. Yes, we should do that. Oh, that's the wrong button. Okay. Something's annoying me over here, and I'm just going to fix it. I'm sick of seeing all these little yellow warning marks. Sort yourself out, mate. Bloody dumb. Oh yeah, it's gonna bring some more rockets, that's fine. Just sort yourselves out. Okay, so a rocket requires 1 explosives each. That's not too bad. Takes 4 seconds to craft. Great, but whatever. And we're going to need water for this as well. No, coal. Coal is what we need. No. That works. And that gives us plenty of room for activities. I would like to not build further out this way if I can help it. Except for, of course, the inevitable at this point I don't need carbon. Oh, hey. Again, we move it one more along. I like that the iron is slowly being shuffled along. That's kind of cute. Then we have this. Comes into here. And that sorts out our... Really? That sorts out our fuel. Hooray! Hooray! So, coal is made. Then we... which side's sulfur coming through? The bottom. Okay, I got sulfur on the bottom. It happens, don't judge. I got these big empty spaces that I don't really know how what I'm gonna do with them, if anything. Maybe that's the answer. Maybe I don't do anything with them. Maybe we just have big empty spaces. Remember, the ship doesn't need to be fast, it just needs to get shit done, so... Forcing crafting time. And more water. Why not? How do we get the water in here? I don't fucking know. Do I look like some sort of water detective? Do I? I don't think I look like any sort of water detective. Anyone calls me a water detective, I think they're just trying to take me down a peg, which, quite frankly, that's not required. You don't need to do. I look like I know what water is. What's my plan for getting water through here, by the way, actually? I'm making a Quilo ship. I am. Theory. The power source? This thing? Let's put a second one there. No, it's quite hot actually. I don't think if that's going to be enough explosives. But this is why we're leaving ourselves extra room. Space Factory. Yeah. That bit there, I just don't know what to do with it. Yeah, Gleeber's being attacked constantly. That's alright. We'll sort that out with Gleeber when we get there. This ship needs a little bit of initialization time anyway. Just don't think it's enough explosives. You know what? I don't think it's enough explosives. And the only way to fix that is to add more explosives. I mean, it's fine, right? And then what we do is we have a little bit of space here that if we have too much sulfur or carbon, we can just chuck it out. Yeah, it is. But it's not actually, because in quasi-time, nothing actually counts. Or speed modules. Yeah, I suppose speed modules could do it too. Okay, so now we're here with the iron. We now are working on the, well, now we work on the bullets themselves, I think. I think we have okay. Yes. So here we make the bullets. We're not making copper, so we don't get the sweet bullets, but we don't need the sweet bullets. Satay bullets. Yeah. Sweet and salty and satay bullet. Yeah. You know what we're talking about. Get it. That's not enough room, so we're gonna give it a bit more room. Rockets. Is that enough room for rockets? Who flippin' knows? We did that then. Is this a good beginner design for the first platform? What, this? No. I don't think it was a good design for any platform, quite frankly. This is not a planet that you would, this is because I'm going to a more complicated planet than the first three. Like, if you want to see a basic design, I'm not even going to say it's a good design, but if you want to see a design for the ship off Novice, just to get the space science. But yeah, this ship isn't going to work. That's a good point, actually, Martin. This ship has technologies that you're not going to get when you first go into space. Really good point that I probably should have started with. You got an ad? Oh, sorry, I mistimed your question. That's alright. How can I help? What exactly is your question? Oh, like you want me to answer that question again. No, this isn't a good design for the starting ship off Novice. Because you don't have the technology to build this ship. This ship's for a more advanced location. So there are two ships that you're going to be building at first. First is the basic science ship. That ship doesn't move. I mean, you can make it move later, but that ship just needs to make space science. And then you need to make and that ship doesn't need to defend itself. The next ship you need to make is one that can go to the inner planets. That one needs to defend itself with just gun turrets. It's not too big a deal. This ship's too big for that. This ship's trying to go to one of the outer planets, and that needs some serious firepower. Which is why you're seeing serious firepower on this thing. Okay. Why is it yellow? We should never be using yellow. Who did this? Who authorized it? Who authorized that shit? I certainly didn't authorize that shit. I got to quasi-time that answer and made it better. I know, right? Quasi-time is amazing. A beginner design is whatever you come up with. Anything. Okay, a good beginner design for a science ship, like just the white science ship, is anything that gives you white science. Simple. Good design for a ship that is going to the inner planets is anything that comes back. My first ships did not come back. I'll be honest with you. My first ships, they were rubbish. They did not return, but they went out like a glorious blaze of fire. And you know what? Some days, that's good enough. Most days it's not good enough, but some days it is. I love the idea that I can quasi-space a better answer. That's pretty funny. Quasi-time is amazing for that sort of thing. Doesn't really help me, actually. But quite frankly, like, when it really comes down to it, if your ship does what you want it to do, like 90% of the time, I'd say that's a good ship. Personally. I'd say a ship that succeeds 90% of the time is a damn good ship and you should be proud of it. I'm not asking for anything more than 90%, quite frankly. I mean, I certainly don't achieve 90%, but I'm not asking for more than 90% either. The bullets are on the outside line. Okay, bullets on outside line. I'm probably going to tidy that up later. This is when I find out that's not bullets. That bullets? That is bullets. Oh wow. On the inside line is going to temporarily shift. Yeah, for reasons that will be obvious to me and me alone. Anytime securing a decent parameter on Novice. I mean, that's fine. Like, ain't nothing wrong with that. On my first playthrough, every time I came back to Novice, I had to fight back the biters for a good, like, 2 hours. So, yeah. Certainly not going to have a go at you for that. I'm not going to have a go at you for anything, actually. Like, Factorio is a tough game. And I'm not saying this to be like, you know, diminishing or anyone's effort. It's actually a tough game. And a lot of us people who play it a lot forget that it's not easy. Okay, I don't know what I'm doing with this big inside bit. I gotta do something with it. But I don't know what. Maybe I use it for asteroid storage. Okay. That's a huge amount of stuff that I just do not need, but... I mean, okay, hey, here's the thing. You bring that in tight. You bring your knees in tight. Pelvic thrust that drives you insane. There we go. Again, we bring that in like that. Bring that in like that. See, there we go. That's nice. That's good. That's a good little bit of a little shortening. And we've got a little bit of a gap around the outside where we can bring materials in. That's good! Okay. So, turrets. Alright, little Miss Turret, in your curtain way. Target priorities. I want you to focus on... Hang on. Mediums are fine. Bigs are not. Okay, got it. So small, medium, small, medium, small, medium. Ignore unlisted targets. Yeah, that's probably fine. Okay. Next, rocket launchers. What we could do... What's little guy in here? That's cute, right? Little guy in there. Cute. Oh, before we start doing that, we need target priority. Just the big boys. Just the big boys. Have those started coming in yet? They probably have. They are thinking about it. Here's where we're going to run into an interesting problem. Do I place solar panels? I could. That's probably not a bad idea. The only problem is the solar... Where I'm going, there's not a lot of solar power because it's quite far out. So I could do that, yes. Probably won't help me very much. What's my plan here? I would like to be able to split the rockets that we have left. I think that was still the right idea. Yeah, maybe we just split the rockets here. Maybe we don't worry about it. We've got the space. Why don't you go a little bit closer, baby? Put it on, put it on. It's nice the night which you become one. Alright. Sorry, every now and then Spice Girls happens and I cannot control it. I truly wish I could. Okay. Now, it'll probably need another quality time after I see this house going to be able to fix it all. But for now, that'll have to do. Okay, last thing, but certainly not the least thing. Are we getting our resources? Yeah, that's probably good. Take some asteroids. Okay. I cannot reach. Maybe we should be closer then. Look, just build more of them. Really? Why couldn't reach there? Why are you so crazy, Wire? Why I cannot reach? It's not even that far, bro! Okay. Okay, don't worry the fact that nothing's connecting properly just yet. That'll be the next problem. Just add a little bit more girth to the ship. You can always have a girthier ship. Okay, how do we feel about this? Not great. But it's also exactly what we have. Set filters. Could name the ship the Flying Spaghetti. Maybe. Probably not wrong. It's looking a little better. Okay, combinator time. Oh god, combinator time. Okay, no. First things first, let's actually see what the ship looks like. Once it's done, let's see if we can patch, like, make any nice little holes. We'll see what we can do with it. Not combinator time. Combinator time's the last thing you do. This is disgusting though, right? We all agree on that? Good. That shouldn't take too long to come up here. Unless we are massively behind. We better be somewhat behind. Not great. I didn't know we were so far behind on iron. Clearly we are. Oh, iron, sorry, steel. Oh jeez, there's still bits that I haven't got. Without a SeiferKatt logo, I might fly faster. Could do. I don't know if I was gonna say I don't know if I've got a logo, but of course I got a logo. An icon that was made by my wife's cousin. I need to commission it for some more art actually at some point. Get around to that. Always good to commission more art. Oh, see, there we go. That's some savings. No, it's not. No, it's not. Not any savings. Let's see, bacon. Piece of crap. I can give you that for free. For free, rather. I mean, that saves 11. I mean, 11's like a decent part of a ship. Over here. That's not going to stop anything though, that's the problem. Sure, you move that over there, but then what? You have to move them all inwards for that to work. We also haven't actually connected these up yet. So that's a bit of a funny problem. Ha ha. We're all having a good laugh. I'm going to need to increase my iron production, I think, to get this actually going. Oh, that being said, it'll be alright. Well, that saves a couple. Saves another couple. Here you go, you save it where you can. Make some small savings here and there. I went that's a saving of 6. Can't complain about that. I mean, you can, but you shouldn't. Why would you? There's another savings right there. Big saving. Huge saving. Platform saves, the platform earned. That's true. Those don't need to be spent. You know what? Do that. That's all savings. Is background music playing from Factorio? It is. This is the space soundtrack. There are different soundtracks depending on what planet you're looking at. Yeah, I'm not the sort of person who plays different music while playing a game. I think that's... I don't want to say the word disingenuous. That seems a little bit more high and mighty than I am actually, but... I'm like, look, if I'm playing the game and I'm advertising it that way, I should at least play the same music that the game made. You know what? I don't know how to save this bit. Saving just the most minor of tidbits. Oh, I guess if I... like that. Do this. Okay. There you go, well that's not a savings yet. Yeah, but the important word there is yet. Let me bring this in. Oh. The problem is, yeah, you can't go underground in space. I know what you're thinking, but you can't quite do that. So that's the guns. We move the guns to, like, say... yeah. All of a sudden, see what's happening here? We're getting a little bit of extra space that we could, theoretically, and then we turn that bridge gaps with with red arms. That's a funny way of dealing with that problem. I hadn't considered that. Probably not keen on that, but it is funny and I do like that idea. We're not doing that. I feel like Zoe would be mad at what I'm doing here. But that's okay, she'll live. Okay, well we saved a bit of space there. Not a huge amount, but some. Left side grabber has a belt that goes the wrong way. Really? Mean. Oh, like one of these? I just skipped it. Left second room at the top. Oh! Well put. Well noted. Thank you. Okay. I think it's decider time. Honestly, this just looks like the best place for all of them. Yeah, perfect. Read, hold all. That's a pretty good hold all, quite frankly. My next mission is construct a New Zealand. That's easy. I just don't make one. Because New Zealand doesn't exist on maps, right? We'll just make that joke happen. Hold all. Oh. Oh. Hooray! Yippee, Skippy the savings. And here's the savings. What are you mad about? Was there like one little patch there that I didn't... Two little patches actually. Made just kind of a cool river. It won't do that in reality. When we actually build it, it's going to not do that, but let's done it here. Okay. And I... This way, yeah. What I'll also like to do is count that and count that. Go! So... This is... We'll start with not metallics. Oxide, if oxide is less than, say, 30... I'll put oxide. Okay, now if... carbonics, same thing. Metallics, same thing. So those should be requesting... nothing. That's correct. Now they should all be requesting... can they not request more than one thing at a time? Hang on, can they not? I'm sure they can. They can. How about a train loop with the carriages containing mixed inventory instead of a belt spaghetti monster? Is they ignore it? I don't think you put a train in space, which would be is a shame. Oh, I know why it didn't work. They're not connected. Derp. There we go. That was easy. You hate this part because you hate counting and you're indecisive. That's alright. Like, just sort of go with what feels good at the time, and if you're wrong, then just change it later. Oh, I got a chip here. It was supposed to be my son's chip, but I'll eat it now because he's asleep and it'll go stale. Will it go stale, or is it already stale? Oh. It's already a little stale. It's fine. Okay. This ship has taken me a lot of time to build, but of course it has. Now, the next problem that we're going to run into is a little bit of a complicated issue. There's two problems we're going to run into. One which is not enough water. So we're going to need some extra deciders here. So, first one says if water is less than 1,000. Can we have like a steam turbine? Like a steam vent thing? Why the 2 gleebies? I was thinking about having a second gleebie, but then I decided I didn't need it. Okay. It didn't end up happening. It was a plan that never sort of came to fruition. If water under that, then set that to oxide asteroid crushing. Set recipe. Right. If water is over 1,000, set to that one. Now, oh, look at that! It's huge space that we could just take there. Oh. I'm out of water. Do I have a circle on the nuclear reactor? That's a valid point. I haven't thought about that one yet. That one's a pretty easy one to do, though. I'm out of water. I'm well out of water, thank you. That's okay. This ship will not exist in a moment. It'll just go poof. Okay, if temperature is less than 600 degrees, and that equals 0, output check. Oh, I suppose that would work too. Yeah. I like doing it overcomplicatedly. It's check, not tick. I'm just used to doing it this way. It's funny how the game hasn't been out for a year and already I'm just very used to doing it this way and I can't change my ways. Hello Hedgehog, welcome. Oh, we're a legendary stream. Well, how do you like that? How like that? Okay, so. The ship is actually currently making stuff, which it really doesn't need to. Spare area could be a steam battery. Not a bad idea. I think what I'm actually planning to do is some of these spare areas are later going to be turned into railgun constructions. Excuse me. So I've got the copper here. We could always do something with that. Spaghetti it around, make the railgun ammo there, which will be important for the end of the whole shebang. But yeah. Why is there water in here? Like ice? Why is that going the wrong way? Why is there ice in here? Oh, okay. Well, glad I fixed that one. Is that not oxide? It's not. Or maybe it's just because power is so crap right now. Get a little bit of power, extra power going. I do have some concerns about carbon and sulfur, but quite frankly, I would just like to get this started, so... Then I save as design, just in case something weird happens when I load. That took me an hour and hour and a half, basically, gosh. So. Oh, hey, Team McIntyre. How you doing? Okay, there's a couple things first. Before we actually start, we've got to get rid of some crap. So, I don't know if you remember, the first thing I had before was the get rid of crap, get rid of bullets ship. There it is, it's going to get rid of bullets. Okay, next. That's going to take a sweet time, I'm not worried about that. We're then going to travel to the Glebe. Actually, where's the Glebe? Oh, there's no one here. When the Glebe returns, we're going to have to go back to the Glebe. Fix iron first? Yeah, you know what? That's probably a good idea. I'd forgotten about that. It's not iron that's the problem, it's steel. Iron, I think, is fine. Steel is the problem. We say made another one of... we not done this before? Multiple times, in fact. Okay. How does this work? How does this work? Remember, I really like this design, I just don't know how it works. Fuel on the insides, got it. That would be on the outside. I forget foundries exist. Oh wait, that's not the inside, that's the outside again. Fuel. On the inside, there we go. Yep, nope, figured that out. Wait. Oh, for God's sake. Use an underground, yes! That would do it. We got an exit? Oh yeah, that'll probably work just as well. Yep. That's on the wrong side. Still wrong. I can't pass what you're saying right now, I'm sorry. No, it wasn't. Was it? Was it? Yeah, it's on the inside. Of course that's right. It's tough. I'm just a little cat, guys. Leave me alone. Just a stupid little cat. Exactly. My ship is in just the most annoying position for that. Nope, that's not going to work. There's no anti-cat warning on the Factorio game. Do I even like cats in real life? What do you mean, do I like cats in real life? The hell sort of propaganda do you think I'm running here that I don't like cats? This is the most scandalous thing I've ever been accused of, Soulburn. Do you even like cats? Holy shit. That would be a hell of a twist. Yeah, no, I don't actually like cats, guys. I've never really liked cats. Only cats, not cats. Oh, how dare you. It's a real twist if I didn't actually like cats. The funniest twist in YouTubing, oh, YouTubing? In Twitch TV history. SeiferKatt does not actually like cats. Oh, I missed the Glebe again. Okay, actually, while that's happening, are we done here? We are, good. Destruct that. What are you doing? Good. Alright. Let's start on this bullshit. It'll take a little while to build that. I'm still racked by the idea of the scandal that I don't like cats. It's a scandal so large I never even considered it. Okay, look, I can promise in terms of things I like cats, I do like cats. I can promise you that. You know what? As Twitch streamers go, that would be like one of the least scandals you'd see. You know, it's like the number of times that I see scandals on like gaming journalistic sites about like, OMG, this person came out to be a real racist and doxed someone and also, you know, enjoys a particular type of document file type. I'd be like, who is this person? I don't even know who they are. You know, this isn't news. Where's my PC Gamer article about me not liking cats? Wow, it's pretty consistent. Good. Oh, hour. None of them are gamers. Yeah, I suppose that's true. Okay, it's coming back. Why does it even break? That's my question. Oh, that can't be good. Yeah, bioflux. That... I think it's jelly nut though. Ultimately, I think that's the real crime. That being said, like, I was playing games with friends the other day, and I was just like, you know what? You know, like, when a bunch of guys get together and they just talk shit about, not necessarily things they believe, but we're just talking shit, and I'm like, man, I'm glad I'm not streaming. Like, there are some very off-color jokes that I am not comfortable with repeating. I'm like, it's all in good fun, but yikes! Glad I'm not streaming. And I'm sure everyone has those sorts of jokes, but it's like, at the same time, they are jokes. It's not like, hey, this is me, this is actual me. It turns out that I'm a terrible person. I don't think I'm a terrible person, but then again, that's what someone who is a terrible person would say. The realization now that is maybe I am a terrible person. Damn. If you gamble on successful spaceship travel, would you double your points? Uh, probably what the one that I made, maybe, but it's not gonna fly today. It's not gonna be ready today, sadly. There's no way this ship's gonna be ready to go today. My goal was to have a Quilo at 18 hours, and assuming Gleba plays along, that shouldn't be a problem. We've got how many more Gleba? We've got one more Gleba science to do. Well, it's kind of everything science, isn't it? Jeez. Okay. Yep. We are somewhat short on Fulgoran science, but Fulgoran science shouldn't be a problem because we're going to have the biolabs up by the time we start researching. Fulgoran science is going to be a problem though. I just don't think I make enough of it fast enough. Oh, I think it's an easy fix though. Step 1, make more. Step 2, congratulations, that was all the steps. How do I power these days? Wow, it's still hitting 0? What? Still hit 0. Oi, come back here. I want to be inside you, come back here. Oh, that's true. We'll go back and fix that with... the Firefly will be fixed. We'll get that sorted. That won't be a problem. Oi! Hey, now you can go. Step 1, break any big problem to small problems. Step 2, do nothing. Small problems are easier to ignore. God, that's so good. It's good advice. Good advice you just didn't take. No smoking sign on your cigarette break. Which, okay, hang on. This has a lot more guns on the front of it than C-Block does. Maybe the C-Block needs a couple more. Thinking. More guns, probably better time. Everyone's day is improved with the addition of more guns, you know? The American way. I've met a few Americans before, and that's how they think. That's not necessarily true. But it's also partially true. Are laser turrets bad? I wouldn't say bad, but yes. So, I'll explain this one to you as well, because it's an honest question, and I think an honest question. I actually need to be stopping now anyway. Okay, so the reason why laser turrets are bad, let's look at the space. Medium asteroids are the first ones you're going to encounter. They'll break into small asteroids. You'll notice that their resistance is 90% of the laser damage is resisted. So a large part of the damage you'll be putting out through lasers will do nothing. Now, it goes down for the small metallics, but quite frankly, these are the scary ones with the 400 health. So you'd probably better to go off with gun turrets. You can do laser turrets. I've seen people do that before, but it takes up so much power. Like the solar grid or the nuclear silos they need to be able to power that many lasers means it's not great. And then when you come into the big ones with even more health, the lasers themselves, they're even more shit. That goes 100%, yeah. I mean, if you're using lasers against those, you've got other problems. But yeah, so generally you don't really want to be using lasers. They work, but not well. Because what lasers do... Okay, so let's just go 60 damage. 10% 6 damage, so 6 damage per shot. You're doing 400 damage. You're needing quite a few shots for that to actually come through. Which means you're using a lot of power, because it's 800 kilojoules per power. You are using a ton of power just to try and get through to that. And that's just not going to happen. I mean, see here, like these are the medium asteroids coming through. There's like 8 of them on screen right now. You know, there's a lot of them coming through, and I'm not even going that fast, really. Like, some people hoon through space so fast. You know what? I see no reason not to save again. I'm just sitting here waiting to get the Gleeber. So hopefully that answers your question without being too spoilery. Power more than solar. Yeah, it's going to require a lot more power than solar, and it's just not possible. Not real. It's not feasible. It's possible, I suppose. It's just not feasible. My ship is slow because it's wide. You know what? You're slow because yeah, I'm not feeling comfortable finishing that sentence. I don't know about your physical status. I use 2 thrusters. It has 3, but the middle manager is important. You relatively think, good on you. Good on you. I'm sorry that I lashed out for no reason. Why is bioflux bad? We just need to make more bioflux. Is that really all it comes down to? Split that out, make them come another different way, make more bioflux, call it a day. Don't worry about spoilers. Having to ask for more information means mod documentation is deficient. Fair enough. Gun, rocket turrets don't need power. They can shoot during a blackout as long as they're loaded. Yeah, well, as long as they're loaded, that's the trick. Anyway, let's call it for the night. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. I hope you enjoyed your stay. If you're new here, please do consider following. You know, consider it. Think about it. Decide not to. It's up to you. Don't like, don't subscribe, don't share, don't retweet. I'm scared. I'm frightened. Anyway, should I unfollow then follow? No, don't do that. Please don't do that. That's confusing when people do that. Does nothing. Perfect. Keep doing that. I will next be streaming on Monday. I'll be streaming Darkest Dungeon. If that's not something that interests you, that's okay. I'm not judging. But that means you're going to have to wait until Thursday for more Factorio. But that's okay, right? We're getting through it. YouTube.com/SeiferKatt. That is the channel that I sometimes post videos to that I forget to do quite often because I get distracted by shiny things and then I don't post for like a week on end. Discord, that's how you can find me outside my regular streaming time. If you ever need to find me, I'm there. You find something funny on the internet you think I'd enjoy, post it. Go on, do it. Yeah, it's up to you. It's a community. Make of it as you will. If you've already got 16 communities that you don't talk in, you can have a 17th community, or you can just not join this one. You know what? Instead of joining my community, leave one of the ones you don't care about. That's my advice to you. SeiferKatt, promoting social media by telling you to remove social media. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed your time, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye. I know I'm doing the salute thing again. I haven't done that for ages, but I'm doing it again. Bye, everyone.